Good evening. We are here at Port Canaveral, enjoying 70-degree weather right now. I am going to be working up in the office. Jeannie will be working down in there, but she's getting some parts. We're working back here. She's finishing up the attachment of the chafe lines for the dry bilge system, which seems to be working correctly now. So she'll be back here. She'll take those hatches out and do some work. I am going to be up in the pilot house, working on cleaning up all the boxes I got out. Smile! Two switches. Yep, it's on.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to attach this to over there, but I have to get under here to get over there. Here we go. I put this PEX clamp on it yesterday and then realized I didn't need a PEX clamp. I needed just a wire tie. Oh my goodness, it hurts. Ugh. And now I gotta get out of here. Okay. The other thing I need to do is go to this tiny little room and I put a lock on the wall right there underneath that blue tape with a PEX clamp, and I'm going to attach a PEX hose to it. Ah, I'm going to do it with my feet. Aha! Now I have to get out of this little room, turn this light off, and we're done.
Good evening. It is February 2nd, and it is a nice day up here. Two things we're going to do. Both of them are kind of planning activities, so not figuring out what we need for the drainage system for the aft part of the vessel, which is the kitchen and port area, and then taking it into the tanks. And then also we got a rear pump out area I need to look at. And then we're also going to be messing around with the countertops for the salon. It's kind of the plans for this evening. Later, we're going to be figuring out what we need countertop wise, material wise, because we got that long countertop, and then we got the island, and we got the little skinny thing here, and we got this little section right back here. Okay, we're back into where the wet locker is going to be, and going to work on getting that place. And then we need to start working on laying out the lines that will come the rest of the way down and in. You have a piece for one of those, and then goes to the back. And then we got this in here, so this line is coming up from down below, and then we're going to put a solid line, cut a hole through there, and then back here will be our pump out for this backside. Getting that put in, because obviously once we start putting stuff into it, we need to be able to pump it out. This is temporarily in here, but you see it runs down and goes out, and then there's a piece down there. That box will sit on those three pieces there and be strapped down, and then on that end, well, that's actually the output end. That's the input end, and that will actually have a piece of hose on it. And I think we are going to go ahead and put a T on it so that if we want to dump water overboard, we can by having a ball valve that we can turn on and off, so that we can direct it to our tanks if we're like here in the dock and we don't want to put stuff into the water. If we're out 3 miles or someplace where it's safe to put it overboard, then we will. So we got a list of countertop material and plumbing material that we need to pick up. And we're going to pick that up in the morning, and then we'll be here mid-morning to start installing some of this stuff. That is the plan, and I think we are done. Later. Good afternoon. It is a chilly 60 degrees outside. It had been like 75 a couple hours ago. The front that's been hitting everybody else has come to Florida, and it's chilly now, at least by Florida standards. I know everybody else is laughing when we say it's chilly here, and it's a balmy 60 degrees outside. Anyway, as you can see, we had some rain. I got rain all over my glasses, but we're finally here a little bit later. I thought we were going to be here around 10 or so. It's now 2. I had just errands to run. Anyway, we're going to test a new monitor. Want to get it powered up and make sure it works. We got possibly a case to hold the thermodynamics plasma cutter down there. And then we're going to get in here and start doing the glue up of fittings and stuff for the kitchen drain. Kitchen and dishwasher drain. And that's the plan. Later. This is 4K monitor. It's supposed to be 32 inches, but it actually says 31.5. Ew. Doesn't even have a separate cord. That's really ugly. And I'm not crazy about that. That makes it a pain to power, because that will forever be falling out of the wall, or takes up, yeah, I even got it running the long ways, takes up
The whole outlet strip.
The base, but we're only going to use the base temporarily and the support pole. No, that's weird. The back is white, the front is black. That's quite interesting. Okay. Nothing too exciting on the back. Yeah, there's your Visa 100 mount, and then your inputs has a DP and a couple HDMIs, and a speaker out, and your power.
And this is going in the pilot house?
Yeah, this in theory is going to be the permanent monitor for the desk computer there. It's, yeah, it's kind of wiggly. It's a little bit of savings. So. Oh, yeah, it does tilt. Okay, well, never mind. Didn't think it tilted. Oh, that's good. But yeah, it's replacing that little monitor there. We'll bring this guy up. But yeah, eventually this guy will get permanently mounted. There it is. Volume, menu, power off, accessibility. Hey, look at that. There it is. Anyway, that monitor seems to work okay. Oh, yeah, it says 4K. Yeah, that's good. Good morning. It is January 14th, and I am back from.
There's two bills.
Yeah. Ooh.
And it is a little chilly up here at the boat today.
And it's chilly today.
Yeah, it's chilly today.
About 55 inside.
Okay. So.
Adios.
Adios.
Later.
Later.
Will it fit in the new box?
It looks awfully. Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yeah, there's room to spare
A little
actually.
room to spare. What else can we put in there?
Well, the cord set.
Okay, so hopefully the cord that goes along with it.
Just the ground plug. Yeah, actually the cord probably could be left in, and I think this is my bit box or hardware for this. Yep. So extra bits. So cool. And I know there's some other plasma stuff floating around. And as we find it, we can stick it in here.
It can go right there by whatever that other thing is.
Okay, we are done for the day. We got the grease trap somewhat positioned. The grease trap's not strapped down yet. And then we brought the line down, and it kind of wanders around because I had to work it around the water lines that were coming through there. Then we went ahead and put in that line, and that way you can feed either into your tanks or dump it overboard if you are trying to conserve space in your tanks or whatever. And of course you wouldn't do that unless you were 3 miles out or in an area where it was legal to do that type of dumping. But anyway, that gives you the option. That's it for the day. Later. Good morning. It is February 4th. We are back up at the boat, obviously. Going to continue working on the drainage system for the sink, and then the overall pump out and sewage system down below that this hooks into. I'm going to add a valve in right here, so I'm going to cut that and put a valve in. That valve's on. It's going to eventually have hose coming off of it, looping back, and we're going to put another through hole down there. I want to be able to stop either one of these, so that if we need to work on that, I can actually truly shut the water off and not have somebody accidentally turn the sink on, or the dishwasher or the RO or something decide it needs to dump water while I'm working on it. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to move in here. We're going to run pipe from there over to the wall. We're going to drill a hole in the wall, and then we're going to come in here and basically come around, and I don't know if we'll get all the way in, but this is going to be a problem with we're going to have to move the outboard. So yeah, that's what happens.
We got a drain.
Looks like we get through there pretty clean. Cool.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You missed all the electrical cords we got back here. So we're actually using our well-organized whole bit storage case. I love being organized. And he laughs. Mr. Chaos.
See, I live to work on the boat. She lives to organize the boat. Who's going to ever use it to actually?
To live on it and enjoy it?
Live on it,
We're
enjoy
only
it.
going
That's
to work on it?
That's right. We're only going to work on
I
it.
quit.
Oh, you quit? Okay.
Okay, so we spent 10 minutes looking for this handle thing, which was actually where it was supposed to be, but we couldn't see it. And now it won't work. It's in the way. Okay, let's see if this tool kills you.
Probably.
Breaking your arm. There it is! Yay, finally. Did we put it in the right spot?
Well, I know from this side, good.
That's good.
Yeah, here I'm hitting the wall. So I'm going to attempt to apply a little bit of heat back here and pull this guy. He's like, needs to just come out just a little bit. And if that works, then I might go and try to actually bend the pipe for this entire section. But what I'm going to do is get that bent a little bit so that I can stick a pipe on it and it clears. And if that works, I'll then play around with doing the whole piece. That line is now run all the way through, and it's the only joint I'm worried about, but we will test that at some point and we will see. These guys all seem to be in nice, and that's in nice. Of course, we lost our nice storage spot for the engine, but that was never an engine spot to start with, so. So we'll clean the mess up here, but I think we got that all done. So after lunch, we are going to start hooking the grease trap unit, which should be dropping down behind, hopefully. Yeah, nice hole right there, so it drops into its hole. A little big at the moment, and then we'll hook that up to all the plumbing down below and get the rear tanks working later. So we came in here to start work on the lines to these tanks here, and that's actually going to be going on over there. But I was wanting to go ahead and put the sound shield on. Well, the reason we haven't put the sound shield on yet, when we put these new ends on, well, they shrunk down so much that when you stick the male into it, you can see there's still metal exposed. Well, all it takes is one of those wiggling together, and all of a sudden you have a short where you don't want a short, and engine stops or something else bad happens. So I'm taking a piece of heat shrink and putting it down over that, and then I use a socket in this to keep that part from sinking, and now I make myself a little boot which covers that, which is what, of course, this should have done. There's the heat shrink I'm going to use. I'm going to slip it over the female piece, and what I try to do is I try to aim the gun down to the lower part, so I don't put too much shrinkage upwards on the socket. That guy goes on, and then I kind of spin this guy off. There's that guy, and now when this guy's in there, he is well protected, so no possibility of short, because we're going to put loom across this, and they're all going to get smushed together. So now I'll just do that for another one.
We got the cover on the Isuzu generator.
Okay, well, there's our Rube Goldberg transfer valve system. So if you open, these will normally always be closed. If you open this valve, I could open this valve. So if you open that valve, this pump would send water this way, come in here, it would go down, and then eventually there'll be a pipe that goes from right down there to that pipe there, which takes it all the way to the front tank. Okay, now if you need to bring water from the front tank and put it in the tank over here, there's actually going to be a valve over there, which there'll be right here. There's going to be another T that's going to be sitting, so the water would come up, it would go through the T, go across, and then go up. If you're going to pump overboard, you would open this guy. Why can't I ever remember which way they go? You'd open that guy, water would come in, and then go back, kind of just do this loop. I know it's ugly that it's a T there, but it is what it is. And then if you're coming from the rear, or from the front of the boat, it would come up, you would open this valve, you'd open that valve, and it would come up and go out the thing. Now, I could have done away with this transfer line right here. We could have had, open this valve, leave that one closed. But I didn't really like having this set up where you'd be putting this guy and pressure going there, so that's why we put this line in right here. It is February 5th, and it is a very wet day up here. I'm up here for just a short time. working on the lighting system. These are DMX controllers, and basically they control RGB lights. Took a little Raspberry Pi, which is in here. I wrote a little software that would send out the DMX signal. That was great, and I wrote my own software, which was just test software at the time. It's just a simple Java program, and this should work. Let's see. I am over the chart cabinet, so you can see there's the little dimmer control in it. Makes it get brighter and dimmer. It's a simple thing, and there's another one for the salon. So it really wasn't that great of an interface, and I mean, I can make a better interface. It's just, you know, running more software. It just takes time. I was looking for something that would be quick and easy, and as we add lights, fairly simple. The current solution I'm working with is Libra something. It's a Raspberry Pi clone, but I don't need any of the I/O or anything like that. I just need a basic little computer because it is running the Home Assistant server, which is a home automation DIY open source home automation software. It's web-based, and in the web-based tool, they have tools where you can make buttons, and which will show up on tablets. So this is going to be eventually a wall-mounted tablet. It's going to get mounted right about there. We'll have one tablet right there for being able to control the lights. And what's really cool is there's actually a standard. So this one can control DMX lights, but the way it controls DMX lights is there's another standard called ArtNet. ArtNet goes over Ethernet. So you have Home Assistant via Ethernet talks to this guy, and then this guy converts it to DMX. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to be taking this box, and I'm going to DMX devices, which will then control the lights. And then it's just a matter of telling the Home Assistant software what the IP addresses that guy is and what the lights are and whether they're RGB or single brightness or whatever. And then you can make nice user interfaces. And since it's distributed over the Ethernet, one box provides you lighting control. You can control all of the different ArtNet boxes. Got the Pi pulled out. Got the little ArtNet device in. It is working. Jeannie, can you go up there and click on one of the little dials? This is just a quick and dirty interface that I've been throwing together. You have a salon table light. If you click on the light, it goes to whatever the last dim setting is, or you can spin it up to make it brighter or dimmer, or if you click there, it goes off. So like this one, you can click on that. And if you notice, it's kind of a light blue, where this was just a yellow, because this is just a dimmer. This is actually an RGB light. And if you click over here, you get the RGB color wheel, so you can make it green, or come on, go over here and go red. Maybe it'll go, there it goes red. And you notice the light bulb switches too. So it has a really nice tool. And of course you can set this up with scripts and stuff, so you can name the colors and do different things like that. And whatever your last is, like here we have purple is the last thing. And if I hit that, there it goes off, but hit it again, it goes back to purple. So, and you can gang them together. Whole bunch of other things you can do in the back, which is really nice. You turn on the mid one. And, yeah, these two right here, I'll have you turn on and play with for a moment.
Okay.
Go ahead and turn the mid on. You want to turn that off? Just hit the big light bulb. Is it off? No. There it goes. I turn the table light on. Yep, there. So there's the table light. Dim. Keep going. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, there it looks nice and dim. Okay. So anyway, so that's working. Didn't get a chance to mount the tablet either. I would start playing with it, but then I'd be up here another hour, and Jeannie needs to go home and work on some of the video stuff. So I'm interfering with her time. So later.